AI will happen. It's happening in the healthcare system, and we will see it, more and more in the future. And it's very important for the general populations to be aware that the AI is a tool that physicians use. They're not there to replace physicians.
Behind me is the Montreal Heart Institute, where inside doctors and medical experts are going above and beyond in medical technological advancements, where they're using artificial intelligence to predict which patients may be at risk of developing a type of cardiac arrhythmia, which is where the heart has an abnormality in the timing or pattern of the heartbeat. Some types of arrhythmia are harmless, while others can put you at risk for cardiac arrest. Cardiologist Dr. Tehosterihens and others behind the initiative say it could be a common practice within the next few years.
These patients are at risk of having stroke and having dementia, and so it's very important to predict which patient could have intermittent atrial fibrillation, which patient could have future atrial fibrillation, to be able to diagnose it early on.
Dr. Tehosterihens and Dr. Robert Avram conducted the study where they assessed more than 1 million patient ECGs while training the AI. Using a 10-second electrocardiogram, it is able to predict a patient developing atrial fibrillation within 5 years, something Avram says does better than the human eye.
The question we ask is, can we take patients that do not have the disease? So you take a normal ECG, and can you predict that this patient is going to develop atrial fibrillation in the next 2 years or 5 years? So we looked at normal ECGs, millions of them, and we essentially developed an AI algorithm that knew the answer ahead of time.
Dr. Tehosterihens said the AI model looks at the P wave on an ECG, and that is where anomalies are detected. While demonstrating the software, I asked to see the high-risk result, with Dr. Avram saying it was already validated by another cardiologist, and if it was him monitoring this, he would say it was normal.
So you have here a patient that probably has some problems with their heart and is at risk of arrhythmia that the current tools that we use would call the ECG borderline. So that's the gap that AI fills. It's able to look at millions of patterns to learn features for certain diseases that us as cardiologists or doctors are just not expert at.
Dr. Avram says with daily improvements with software like ChatGPT, the ceiling is endless, with Dr. Tehosterihens echoing that sentiment.
But we expect that the prediction or the predictability will improve over time for these artificial intelligence-based models.
In Montreal, Tehosterihens Deer, City News.